Video with the sharks.
While cruising along the coast of Western Australia, a tour group witnessed a tiger shark feeding frenzy. The water turned red as over 70 sharks gathered around a dead humpback whale. The scene was both shocking and fascinating. The sharks didn't hold back, creating a crimson sea around the whale. The drone got an up-close view of the intense feeding frenzy, making it a sight they won't soon forget. While cruising along the coast of Western Australia, a tour group witnessed a tiger shark feeding frenzy. The water turned red as over 70 sharks gathered around a dead humpback whale. The scene was both shocking and fascinating. The sharks didn't hold back, creating a crimson sea around the whale. The drone got an up-close view of the intense feeding frenzy, making it a sight they won't soon forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, your brother, Zoe Williams. You already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. The voice of reason. The voice of the ZoWhat Morning Show. I'm back in the building. Fridays. You know, my new day. At least for the next few weeks. Yes, I know why people will be coming in. Listen. People are going to be coming in. I need everybody to hit the like button, okay? I don't like people who don't participate in the channel. They just come in and listen. And that's okay for a little while, but don't get into a habit of it. Support in any way you know how. Sometimes that's just hitting the like button. Okay? Kind of respect. Like, what's happening? What's up? Respect. Hit the like button. Respect. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to cover in a short time to do it. Oh, man, somebody said, I'm here for the BS. Wow. Woo, they proving my point without me even saying a word. Damn. Hey.
Started yet.
Whoa! What up, what up, what up, what up? As you know, we promote black-owned businesses at the very beginning of this show. Please, 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 please continue to support the black-owned businesses that we highlight here. I don't know if you could pull up the website, but it's a website of a product called Gods and Money. Money is spelled M-O-N-Y. Right? Gods and Money. It's a high-end luxury moisturizing skincare system for men, right? It's got high-end fragrances in it. It's called Oud. You know, it's got Oud fragrances in it. Shea butters and all kind of, you know. It's hella good for you. It's fly. The brother who used to do the Android Ohm shoe. Remember, you guys, I used to promote Android Ohm. He consulted on the cultivation of this product, so the quality of it is really ridiculous. It's called Gods and Money. I use it every single day. The body wash, the element cream, all of the, you know, moisturizing properties. Did you find it? Don't worry. Don't worry, brother. I got you. It's real easy. Gods. There it is. There it is. A-N-D. We can't pull it up here yet, but it is super fly, and it's not hella expensive, right? Resonant luxury, man. That's what it is. Smells good, looks good. They got all types of scents, man. It's just good. Please continue to support. If you haven't gone there yet, if you have, go there. Tell them, Zoe Williams sent you. Gods and Money, clean, organic men's grooming and lifestyle brand, redefining self-care through scent and ritual. Pretty fly stuff. I'm excited to be a part of it. Support, 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 support. Also, Total Package Energy. Total Package Energy, TPE. The voice of reason, Zoe Williams, ZoWhat Show, has been riding with Total Package Energy for quite some time now. And I am deeply appreciative and thankful and grateful. All right. Thank you guys, man. You already know. You guys are jumping in here. You guys are supporting. I love that. I love that. Dr. Naka, T Dark. Thank you guys. All right. But yeah, Total Package Energy, we've been riding together for a long time, and I'm greatly appreciative of those brothers. They just, I'm appreciative to y'all because you guys have kept them in business. That's a big deal. Will and I said, "What up, Zoe? How's Sarah? Sarah's good. What up, Latoya?" All right, y'all hitting that super chat, I see. Thank you guys for supporting. There's a couple of ways to support me, and I'll get to that in a second. But go to Total Package Energy and tell them Zoe Williams sent you. If you're buying energy drinks from other folk, other businesses, companies, why not support a black-owned business as well, okay? Please support a black-owned business. This is one, Total Package Energy, out of the Bay Area. Solid brother, love him to death. Brother Abdul, please support him. Total Package Energy. All right. And then, for all my brothers who want the Lazarus pill, I'm going to the post office right after this show. I got orders. If you want your package to go out tomorrow, order it today. I be getting emails. The Lazarus pill. This little blue. It's blue now. Typically they green or red. We've even had the black version.
Not the little blue pill.
Nah, it ain't that. Nah, this is 100% organic herbs.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, fire! Fire! When I tell you, pow! I remember, man, I had a dude who was skeptical. Oh, so this supposed to be better than prescription drugs, huh? You think you done found something magical? I don't even believe in you, brother, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try it anyway just to prove you wrong.
Number one customer now.
Bought it and came back complaining. Who was like, man, I was expecting to feel something. I didn't feel nothing.
What?
And then I said, that's because you're fat. Herbs are defenseless against cellulite.
No.
You have globules of cholesterol fighting against the herbs. The herbs are defenseless. They're like spirit angels in your digestive system. So I was
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, seriously, he did come back. He was like, I don't know. I didn't really feel anything. Then later that day, he was like, yo, that shit hit another gear. I said, yeah, because it stays in your system. It's an herb. It stays in your system for a while. He was like, yo, and it's smooth. I was with the girl and things went where it needed to go. And next thing you know, I was in fourth gear. I said, yeah, I know.
It takes a while to kick in.
It had to
the waves.
detox some of your food tonight. Not kryptonite. Chip tonight, nigga.
Chip tonight.
Dorito tonight. He had just too much fat on him, I told him. And then I told him, hey, you got to go ahead and do the detox. Like if you detox, get it all out, you're good. All right, so that was important. We got it. Go to my website, The Lazarus Pill. Mr. ZoWhat is my website. Now, participation. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, tap, 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 tap. Hit the like button, share the video, invite your people to come in. We're about to get busy. So we did Lazarus Pill. We did Total Package Energy. Dr. Russell. Dr. Russell is supposed to be coming up here. He reached out to me several times. RussellHerbals.com. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having an acai bowl. You know, Zoe, I'm on my little health kick. When I get on my health kick, I get stuck in it. When I start lifting weights and eating right and herbs and training and doing all that shit, I get stuck in a rhythm for about 5 years. Then after 5 years of that shit, I just stop for 5 or 6 years. It's a cycle. But yeah, please support my brother, Russell Herbals. Now it's time to support your brother, Zoe Williams. Support my podcast, my radio show. I'm on KBLA Talk 1580. Do you know, since I've been on TikTok, people are coming to me like, where you been? I'm like, damn, I've been here. They were like, where have you been? I'm like, so YouTube shadow game is crazy. Right? YouTube shadow banning game is nuts. People, I ain't seen you in years. Glad to see you still doing it. Like, I've been here. What we on?
We was praying for you.
Yeah, like, hey, you back. I'm like, wow. But when I do the KBLA Talk 1580 show, KBLA is owned by Tavis Smiley. I've got one of the top rated shows over there. It's in the top 2% of all podcasts in the world, according to Listen Notes. And that's a database that queries over 3.5 million podcasts worldwide. Yeah. Mine is in the top 2%. All right. So, everybody hit that like button. Over 100 people haven't hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Support, 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 support. Like. All right. Total Package Energy, go get them. Lazarus Pill, go get them. Oh, I didn't support myself, promote myself. My website is MrZoWhat.com. You can still order my book, The Shrouded Lighthouse. This is where you go to get your Lazarus Pill. Start calling out names. Want me to tell your name? Just go in there. Lazarus Pill, right? Herbal pill, right? So we got the Lazarus Pill. That's on my website, MrZoWhat.com. Also, I set up a goal. It's 250 people in here. The goal is usually for 30 people to drop $5 on the Super Chat. The Super Chat is the $ located down at the bottom of the chat. You see that little $? I encourage people to drop $5. We call it twos and fews. We got 274 people in here right now. Everybody hit the like button. Or you can also send that $5 to my Cash App. My Cash App is $ZoWhatNetter. $ZoWhatNetter. Can you put that on the screen so they can see? I will count all of that towards the total. We asking that 30 people drop something. Latoya Young, she dropped one. Dr. Naka, he dropped one. T-Dark 1582, he dropped a Cash App, or a Super Chat, I should say. And now we need 27 more. So everybody everybody hit the like button, everybody get in. Now I'm finna get into the current events. All right, let's deal with it. Hey, Ronald, thank you. Let's deal with it. Druski is the other big story. People mad at Druski.
Oh, they big mad. They not just mad, they big mad.
I don't know who told the preacher that he is as holy as Jesus. Is there such thing as spiritual narcissism? I'm interested to know because y'all didn't say nothing to Jim Carrey in Living Color when he parodied Jimmy Swaggart. Did they say anything? Was there public outcry? Let me tell you, man, y'all so ignorant, you can't hear straight. Druski is doing a parody of something that actually happened. In a black church. Why does the preacher have to be on a gurney floating around like Chris Brown to mimic Jesus? You say, you mocking God when you mock the preacher? No, you think the preacher is sanctified and as holy as Jesus. That's about as true as the Pope actually being the vicar of Christ. The most holy man on the planet. And that idea ain't even original. You got that from ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. The Pharaoh was the embodiment of God consciousness. He was a sovereign God king, personified. So you know the Europeans say, well, no. We got to have our own version.
Yeah, that. Well, yeah.
Oh, y'all got Heru and Christ. That's y'all. But our version of it will be this white man get voted in by other white men in a conclave, right? And he'll be the holiest man. He'll be the vicar of Christ. Listen, how are you so ignorant to believe that Druski is mocking Christianity or Jesus himself or God himself? How do you think that? He's mocking the mockery you've made of Christianity. Your ass doing floating around. And if you're paying attention to these damn mega churches, guess what's happening? They're downsizing. The reason why mega churches existed in the first place is because people wanted a religious experience. This is a spiritual carnival. We've got the bookstore. We've got the coffee shop. We've got the prayer area. We've got convention areas. We've got...
Not the souvenirs.
Do you understand? They commoditized the whole industry. And Druski was 100% right for making fun of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're mocking God. God is unmockable. Only weak-ass human beings are mockable. God doesn't need your defense. How about that? You're going to make me get theological. What if the God you worship is wrong? Which is why he acts emotional.
A jealous guy?
I'm jealous. Hey, I might be worshiping her. Can you point me out to the securely attached God? I don't want the insecurely attached God. Yes, I'm using attachment theory to describe how God is written in the damn Bible. Have no other gods before me. I am a jealous God. Genesis chapter, what is that? 6. Your God is insecurely attached. Wow. That's a heavy, whoa. That's a heavy way to look at it, right? Yeah. God doesn't need you to protect him. God is the source beyond source. God is the foundational reality of all existence. God permeates through you and Druski. and everything else in between. There's no need. Yeah, that's right. I remember Mises, though. Come to Mises moment. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everybody hit the like button. We lagging on the likes. Nearly 200 likes are missing. We got 7 donations or 7 donations here. We got Dev Woos, peace to the gods, love from Haiti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Sir Preston, much love to you and your family. Keep up the great work. Thank you. We got Lloyd Hinton, brother Lloyd. Always good to see Lloyd.
Shout out to you, Lloyd.
Yeah, we got Ronald. What up, Ronald? We appreciate it. We got 7 out of 30. That means we got 23 more. Can we get 23 more super chats? We call them twos and fews. Please continue to support. Do I have support video for Druski? Do we have any images of Druski? Man, I sent all of the assets. Here they are. I got them right here. I'll do it. I'll do it. Question, can Islam be mocked? You think this is a good question? My God. No, let me say it again. Islam. Not the mistranslated term. You're going to take me off course, but that's fine since you want to ask questions. Not the mistranslated term. They've turned the word Islam into the word that means submit, but that's not what it means. The root word of the word salam, salama, peace. Islam is peace. Peace cannot be mocked. Peace is a psychological state, a spiritual state. Remember, the word psychology in its original origins, the study of the soul. That's what psychology actually means. Peace, Islam. So when you see the al-Islam, al in Arabic, A-L, al is the. Salam, the peace. They later turned it and said, no, it means submit. Right? But it does not mean submit. See, somebody told you that God needs you to submit to his will. No, you don't. Your will is God's will. Why would he give you free will and then turn around and tell you in order to be at peace, you got to submit to his will? No, what he's saying is you have to come into the knowledge that the you of it all never really existed. That is the fictional egoic side that causes separation between you and God when in fact there is no separation between the two. Do you see? You want to find the peace? Find the God within. Salama, the peace. So many people want to get into this little narrative, you know, the theological narrative. Y'all don't really know God until you embody God. Knowing a book don't mean you know God. And clearly you don't know the book well enough, or books in general, well enough to be able to distinguish a guy making a parody of a church that has lost its way and not mocking God itself. That's the Druski piece. Not mocking God, mocking the mockery you've made of God and its church, his church. Everybody hit that like button. I'm loving it. Somebody said that's confusion. That's because you're confused. Do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Amharic? Do you speak Aramaic? Do you speak Greek? No, you're sitting in a church being told what the word is. Stop being an apologist for something you don't embody. What we on? Go ahead, play that clip.
Apostle Richie says,
Still praise the Lord.
What can I say? The church, we deserve that rebuke. We can say he's playing with God and everything. The challenge is we've given him the fodder for that. And although 0.1% of churches are mega churches, you know, that's how most people view the church. And that's why the thing is going over 3 million likes. It's got 32.4 million views. And of course, we know that that's not the church. These churches that are out here, the Bible talks about God taking their lampstands based on Revelation chapter 2, verse 1 through 7. But listen to what this verse says in 2 Peter 2. It says, they seduce unstable people and have hearts trained in greed. Lord, I'm praying that God would give us the grace to accept this rebuke. And I believe that it's a rebuke. I don't know what's going to happen to Druski. I don't know where he is spiritually. But I do know that 0.1% of the churches, less than 0.1% of the churches are mega churches, and bringing that kind of money and have those type of shenanigans going on. But it's enough going viral that it has become the caricature of the church. And so my prayer is that we would take a hold of this.
You can do two things at once. The church can, in fact, do good things and still be corrupt. The church can provide and help a lot of folk and still create and cause church hurt. The church can be pandering to people's aspirations, and at the same time, miracles can happen. I'm not here to disrespect church in any way, shape, or form. But the basic axiom of humanity is still in place. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So a lot of people, this is funny work because act like you don't know don't act like you don't know that somebody's allegedly accusing T.D. Jakes of something he allegedly did. But I guarantee you there's people out there that'll say T.D. Jakes changed my life. T.D. Jakes saved my life. I guarantee you there's people out there that talk like that, right? Justified just. What you mean? Is the sound bad? Because if you're trying to be funny, that's cool too. I like funny cats. Hit the like button. You got to make sure the joke land though, pimp. Everybody, but do you understand what I'm saying? T. Diddy Jakes. I hear y'all. Does that make sense though? So I'm not here to deride or disrespect the church at all, but there's work. The church has work to do. And I think Druski's piece is crucial for today. We should be having this discussion today. And I think Druski's comedy piece is actually bringing this discussion to the forefront. Why are the megachurches getting smaller? Why are people opting for online church? A lot of it happened after COVID. The people went to church online and didn't come back to the chapel. Okay, I'm going to go to church in my bedroom with my robe on, you know. Again, nobody is perfect. Druski is doing the right thing, and this is an absolute hit for Druski. And I think that's a good thing. Continue to do this. Continue to make people uncomfortable with your comedy, bro. Continue to push the envelope. Very important. Now let's get on to the meat of it, because I ain't going to be here long. Let's get on to the meat of it. At the beginning of the show, I played a clip. The Sharks right? Devouring a whale.
While cruising along the coast of Western Australia, a tour group...
This is the internet right now. The content creators are the sharks. The whale is the event. Whatever happened that got everybody talking. Right? Everybody's eating off of it. Is it nutritious? Maybe for the sharks. Maybe for the content creators' pockets. It might be nutritious. But is it nutritious for the soul? I have to do something in this moment. I have to apologize for my contribution to this environment. I am partly responsible because I'm known. I've been in the game for a long time. There have been incidents on radio that I'm famous for. At the Foxhole, me and Louis Dix got into it. We set the tone. Really, the Foxhole set the tone for how all social media is really getting down. Because before the Foxhole, nobody was talking crazy like that on radio. We set the tone for the Breakfast Club. I'm talking about Jamie Foxx's Foxhole on Sirius XM. We set the tone for how it is going. This is 2005. 2005, 2006. We get in there, there's no structure. We cussing, they drinking, they filming. We talking about everything. We popping off in the most ratchet. This is where you get a Breakfast Club. If we telling the truth, right? I remember when me and Louis Dix got into it, right? And we didn't really get into it. But I was matching Lewis's energy. Lewis go up, I go up. Lewis say something reckless. Louis Dix says, and me and Louis Dix, we are like homies today. Today, me and Louis are tight. You understand? Dig? But I realized something in that moment back then. Zo, fix the mic. Sounds like you're talking to jingle jangle. I'm going to delete your ass. Ain't you the only one complaining? Anybody else? Is the audio bad or he on the goddamn Boost Mobile? Testing 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hello, hello. Put up an emoji if you hear me fine. The mic is fine. You say one more thing about the mic not being good, I'm gonna block you. It's okay. It's okay to be blocked. You can still watch the show. You just ain't gonna be able to comment. Fix your phone. Anyway, Louis and I, this is what y'all don't know, and I can say it now. This is what y'all don't know. Louis and I were hella tight at the Foxhole. You know why? Because Louis liked my work ethic. Louis was like, hey, man, this dude be studying. This dude brings facts. This dude brings information to the table. You understand what I'm saying? Louis liked my work ethic. And then he also liked my POV. And he also liked what I was saying in context of relationships. I can say this now. Louis reaches out to me. This is before we had to blow up on the Foxhole. I got to apologize for every single time that I popped off. I do. I take full responsibility and credit for it. But this is what happens. Lewis calls me and says, hey, man, me and my son and my ex, we going through it. My son, he needs some guidance. I need you to talk to him. He says, but before you talk to him, Dr. Cosby want to talk to you. Dr. Cosby wants to vet you out. I said, what? Wait, Bill Cosby? He's like, yeah, Dr. Cosby want to vet you out. So he goes, hold on, I'm finna call him. And he calls Bill Cosby. So, Mr. Zoe, you're the one that's supposed to talk to, he goes,
Yeah.
and let me say, I said 2 words. Hello, Mr. Cosby. Maybe that's 3 words. Hello, Mr. Cosby. And he talked for like 2 hours. I will tell Lewis that this is good. You can talk to Lewis Jr. And so, me, Lewis Dix, and his son, I'm not going to go into the particulars of what I needed to talk to the boy about, but we met at Dorsey High School. I brought my daughter, and, I brought my daughter. We all chopped it up, and then I pulled Lewis Jr. to the side, and we talked. Lewis Jr. has even worked at KBLA. As an adult, I talked to Lewis. I let Lewis get his, whatever he had to get off his chest, let him get it off without judgment. Lewis Dix, his father, has always respected me because I did that kind of work. So everything was cool from that point on.
Yeah.
We get on the radio, on the Foxhole. Lewis Dix is going at this lady about having a bunch of kids out of wedlock. And Lewis could get really judgmental and sanctimonious. This is Lewis back in the day when he had just got a divorce. Yeah. So Lewis was a bit burnt up around the edges. He wasn't, listen, the Foxhole was Lewis's therapy. You understand? Lewis was a little crispy back then. He was a little hot. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he going at this lady too hard. So Speedy and I defend him. You can go on YouTube right now and look this up. I'm part of the culture that created this mess that we're in today, and I have to take full responsibility for my contribution. You could say others had a bigger contribution, a smaller contribution, whatever. I'm taking responsibility for me, what I did, how I played into it. So, we on the Foxhole, Lewis is going off on the girl. Me and Speedy is trying to say, hey, hold on, Judgy. Pull back a little. You ain't got to be so harsh. And then Lewis says to me and Speedy, I'm not like y'all. I don't have kids out of wedlock. So now, at that moment in time, no one knew I had kids. So no one knew nothing about me in that context.
Oh, you want to go there?
Lewis stepped out of bounds by making it personal. This is what happened back in the day. I'm not like you and Speedy. I don't have kids out of wedlock. That's what started it with me and Lewis. So I was like, okay, you turning up, I'm going to turn up. I'm going to match you.
Right.
And that's when the famous line was given. I was like, you're judgmental, but you're a failure at happiness.
Oh, that's where that.
That's where it came from. I was like, Louis, you're a failure at happiness. And when I tell you that shit echoed all over the internet when I told Louis he was a failure at happiness. I said, you did it right and it didn't work. None of it worked.
Oh.
Everything you're judging this lady about, you did all the right shit and you're disheveled right now. You're a failure at happiness. This is where it came from. I added to the drama that makes the internet and YouTube and black YouTube. I'm the one. I have moments. And this is after I mentor his son. You know what Louis says right after that's over? I'm glad you didn't out me. You know what Speedy said right after it was over? Speedy was like, because me and Lou, literally, when we go to break, me and Lou lean over and start laughing and shake each other's hands. Speedy said, no, don't do that. Cliffhanger. No, you got to keep this. This shit was hot. This was a hot moment. Yeah. That's when I started realizing, oh, we are trained and geared towards the excitable moment, the dramatic moment. Me and Lou always been cool. He just had a moment where he wasn't cool, where he got personal because he felt like he was right. And I took it into context. He's hurting because he was in a divorce. His family is fractured. He heard my show. He respect me. He respect Marcus King. He said, hey, man, I'm going to bring my son to this man because I see what he's doing with his son. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, I'm not like y'all. I don't have kids out of wedlock. Got personal. It's 1,000 people in here. We only got 10 super chats. Can I get everybody in the chat right now? Everybody in the chat got to drop a 5 spot. Please hit that little $sign down at the bottom. Please. Please hit that little $sign down at the bottom. Everybody in here talking about they ain't heard from me in a while, but I've been on every Monday at 11 a.m. forever. Yeah. The ZoWhat Show been on? I'm on Tavis Smiley's KBLA Talk 1580. Download the KBLA Talk 1580 app. The voice of reason is still popping. You got to understand, the reason why y'all ain't heard from me is YouTube has shadow banned me. These are my normal numbers, 1,100, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000 people. Yeah. But over the past few years, that's what's been happening. So please subscribe. I apologize because this has ruined our community. Everything about our community is competitive and comparison based. We compete, we compare, right? We compare ourselves to the white man. The white man is our standard for success. Am I lying? The white man is our standard for success. We're striving for his standard. Every time some goofiness happens on the internet, look, we flock to it. Everybody making videos, everybody commenting, everybody feeding off of it. It's a frenzy. And everybody is speaking from their perspective. They're speaking from the perspective of their favorite. Who their favorite is right. Not who's actually right. Right. But I'm riding with my guy. I'm riding with the person I like. I disagree with this guy, so he's by default incorrect. Isn't that the same thing the Christians did with Druski? God is not to be mocked. That man ain't mocking God. That man is mocking a dude trying to stand as the vicar of God, trying to stand in position to say, you know what, I can speak for God. God talks to me. God talks to you through your unhealed wounds. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the fact that you got unhealed wounds puts you on the same level as me. And if God is talking through you in order to get to me, I'm thankful for that. But ultimately, isn't it up to me in order to ascend to where Jesus wants me to be? You can't ascend for me. Am I lying? So again, we choose sides with our own people. Isn't it ironic that the three most powerful religions in the world, populous religions in the world, are all related through bloodline? These is families.
Crazy.
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam is family. Do they be at each other's neck? You know how? Interracial spirituality. Once the Europeans got involved, they took over Christianity. Christianity is Ethiopic. It's Kemetic. But once they got in, they made it, this is our banner. How the hell you gonna fight for God and you ain't got your original manuscript?
Oh, sheesh.
How you gonna, first off, God don't need your defense, but how you gonna defend God and you don't speak none of the ancient defunct languages? And neither does your pastor. There's enough evidence out there to say they purposely dumbed down the damn Bible. Just like they dumbed down your textbooks. When's the last time you saw that white pharaoh in the textbooks? If they dumb down the textbooks, you think they won't dumb down the spiritual textbooks? Do you see what I'm trying to say here? The condition of our people is in a sad state because we are toxic and we are the cause of what's happening. Let me go even deeper. Hold on. Give me the Malcolm clip. Can everybody go to my super chat? Hit that super chat. I see you guys in here. I'm going to try to shout everybody out. Hit that super chat. Hit the $sign. Who is this? D Mantero. Naya 021 0880 081. Real talk. Zoe would have checked Anton quick if things got out of hand. I mean, listen, I'm not a perfect man. Let me tell you, man, I'm not a perfect man. I'm like a lot of men. I'm from a different generation. My generation was simple. Let's go scrap. We might even become better friends after we throw hands. I'm from that generation. I had to be told by younger cats, we don't fight no more. Don't talk that fight shit, Unc, because somebody finna go to the whip and get the strap. And yeah, you throw hands, but we don't do that. I had to be told that. Do you understand? Because I'm like, oh, it's up then. So all of a sudden, people are trying to project stoicism. You ain't mastered no damn stoicism. No, you're emotional. All of you are. All of you are, men. Men of this generation. I'm just telling you the truth now. But I got to apologize for what I've contributed. I got viral moments where I'm out here wilding. I got some more to talk about, but before I do, check out Brother Minister Malcolm.
When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself. When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together.
I want to tell the
And
truth
then
tonight, today. Y'all don't want me to tell the truth. We are hooked into social media. There is a dopamine loop, a drama dopamine loop, right? Emotional extremes outperform meaning. I had to learn how to apologize to myself. My lowest moment was with Ari Spears. That was my lowest moment. But not only was it my lowest moment, it was also my most human moment. My humanity was weaponized against me. You the voice of reason. You ain't supposed to lose no cool. Nah, human beings are flawed. And yes, we do lose our cool. Even intelligent folk lose their cool. You understand? That was my most human moment. But it was my lowest moment. And in terms of business, in terms of brand, it was a devastating moment. Man, you so articulate. You so deep. You understand things a lot of people don't understand. How could you allow this to happen to you? I'm disappointed. You disappointed because you expected me to be the scapegoat for the work you won't do for yourself. Zo, you gave me hope because I know I could never reach that level. So let me just keep listening to your articulation. See, that's what you do in church. That's why the charismatic preacher always wins and winds up having multiple babies in your church. That's why they sit in the front pew with their legs slightly ajar. Do you understand? You hold me to a standard that you won't hold yourself to. But I apologize. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. I contributed to this mess. The lines are starting to blur. Right? Are the lines blurring? What's comedy? What's commentary? What I do know is emotional extremes, drama, trauma, hella ratchet shit gets the clicks. Didn't Ray J say it? What did Ray J say? When his life is...
Make millions.
He said, I make millions when my life is messed up. First off, Craig is my little brother, homie. I'm the OG in that scenario. Craig is my little brother. That's my little nephew. You underdig? Don't come in here with that divisive shit. That's what I'm going to check you on, homie. Don't come in here with divisiveness. Are y'all listening to me tonight? Today. Emotional extremes outperform meaning. Malcolm is less meaningful today than he was 45 years ago. Martin is less meaningful today than he was 45 years ago. Lil Wayne, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Nas, all these folks have more meaning. No, I'm not getting defensive. I'm holding you to a standard, brother. We don't do divisiveness. I'm holding you to a standard. Now, if you see that as defensive, that's how you interpret it. I'm holding you to a standard. Right? Don't speak on nobody else in here. You talking to me, brother. You underdig? The 5150 show is family. We may not talk. We may not see each other all the time. You understand? I haven't been on the show, but we family because of the legacy that we created. So don't come in here with divisive talk. I'm trying to tell you that's what we doing. Platforms reward content that spikes fear, outrage, humiliation, envy, or erotic charge. You underdig? Right? Calm, insight, nuance, or wisdom rarely triggers rapid engagement. The algorithm tracks arousal, not depth. Trauma becomes currency. Pain narratives, public breakdowns, conflict clips, and humiliation cycles convert suffering into attention. Viewers confuse emotional intensity with relevance or truth. Are you listening? This is the kind of work I'm trying to give out today, young brother. That's what they're talking about, rage baiting and all of that. Rage baiting is an economic tool in the ecosystem of YouTube. You understand? Let me tell you, my first show on the on the Foxhole was the worst show ever. Marcus King had been telling Jamie Foxx about me for years. Right? Have been telling him about me for years. I met Marcus King on the basketball court. We balling, hooping. And at the end of every basketball session, it would be like, hey, man, I would be telling everybody their Zodiac and breaking the Zodiac sounds down. And, you know, I was studying it really heavy back then, so I was really adroit. And Marcus one day was like, I got to call my wife. You described my wife exactly. Then all the brothers called their wives. Right? And I'm sitting on the court talking to them, and it's like a session for each of them. And that's how we became close. Marcus was like, hey, man, we doing Black Men Revealed TV show back in the day. David Arnold on TV One. We doing Black Men Revealed. I want you to be on it. I came and did the show, killed it. Then later he was like, yo, Fox is coming with the Foxhole. It's going to be on Sirius XM. Man, I go in there. This is why I'm apologizing, sincerely apologizing. This is me at 34. It's 20 years ago. Man, I go in there. This is years, right? This is years of Marcus saying, yo, this dude Zoe is ridiculous, man. He's smart, he's intelligent, he's cold, man. You got to talk to him. He's articulate. Yo, you got to. I go there. You got Nikki Shaw, Brian Shaw's wife. You got Claudia Jordan. It's 20 years ago. Claudia, fine as hell. And a whole table full of just beautiful women. I think Johnny Mac, Fox is there. And I was told, all you doing, this is like this is show number 1 of the Foxhole. Yeah. So I go in there and it looks nothing like I thought radio would be. That's why I said we made the blueprint for all this toxic stuff that's out there. Jamie Foxx's Foxhole Radio did this to the world. We did this. Man, listen, I go in there And I sit down. They say, you ain't got to talk. You just got to sit down and watch what they doing. They got Padron. They got bottles everywhere. They sipping and drinking. There's no script. There's no topic. I walk in. I catch the gaze of Jamie Foxx. He's a weirdo. Me and him ain't never been cool. We had like moments of cool. Like, moment of cool. But we ain't never been cool. You get what I'm saying? He looking at me the way, and no disrespect to Jamie, I really mean this. Like, but he looking me up and down, not like a gang member. I'm not intimidated by the look up and down. I'm an attractive guy. It's always been that way. So I walk in, the women respond differently.
Yeah.
I walk in, he gives me the,
Yeah.
I sit down, an hour go by. I sit down, an hour goes by, and then Jamie goes, come on, get on. I'm sitting here, I'm listening to them complain about men. I'm sitting here listening to them misinterpret the fucking law of attraction. So I sit down, and as soon as I sit down, Claudia Jordan was like, look at this old green-eyed Genuine, trying to be funny. Right. The girls was like, hey, how'd you get your clothes to match your eyes? Like, whoa, like I get a different experience from the women. But the problem happens, these are literally verbatim what they were saying. I ain't never shared all this So I asked one question and it set the room the fuck off. Now, mind you, they've been cussing and yelling and drinking and tripping, no structure the whole time, meandering over all different types of points or whatever.
Right.
Man, I said, so if you guys believe in the law of attraction, wouldn't that mean that all of the negative experiences you're experiencing is being called in by you? Who the fuck do he think he is? This is Claudia Jordan. You old fake ass Genuine. Wait, I went from the green-eyed Genuine to a fake ass Genuine. She said, you know what? You must have some really big balls. She gets out of her seat, comes over to my chair, and puts her hand on my balls. Yep, he do. He got some big balls. Like, what? So they going crazy. They mad because I'm saying, aren't you a co-creator of the reality you're experiencing? Didn't you call in this negative experience? It's not calling in what you want. It's calling in who you are. They were heated. So they all yelling. First off, the show was already chaotic. It took the chaos to the nth degree. They going nuts. So then this is Zoe. This is 34-year-old Zoe. Mm-hmm. You think I want to smoke now? Imagine that nigga.
Oh, yeah.
So I say, this really said, I'm responsible. I apologize. I got to apologize. I'm responsible for why the net is the way. I say, all you bitches, shut the fuck up. Just like that. And it went, it got quiet. Oh, hell no. Like it.
Yeah.
I said, all you bitches, shut the fuck up. Jamie was like, he looks at Marcus, he like,
oh.
So Jamie tips over to the mic. I'm sitting in his seat. He grabs the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Foxhole on Sirius XM. We're about to take a commercial break. We'll be right back in a second. They go play the music. Soon as he off air, King, is this the nigga? This old paper bag, light-skinned ass nigga. This is what he said. This nigga here, you said this nigga was this nigga crazy. I said, I might be crazy, but my lips ain't purple, nigga. It's me. I literally said these. I said these things. The fuck? I'm just saying, at that time, I didn't really give a fuck. I didn't know what. So the dude, Niles Kirchner, who's in the King family, Niles becomes my manager. Niles is also, oh shit. Thank you, Lindell Moore. Thank you. I had to cover these topics, man. People been asking me, so I had to. Thank you. There's a lot of people in here. We want everybody to show their love and support. You can go to my Cash App. If you miss me, if you say, where's Zoe been? I'm here. I'm here. You guys can support. Thank you, W. Lindell. We appreciate it. Please follow his lead. You don't have to give as much, but hit that little $ down at the bottom of the chat, or you can go directly to my Cash App. Come on, y'all. Hit that Cash App up. The Cash App is quiet. You can go directly to my Cash App and show your brother some love. Support, support, support. Anyway, Niles Kirchner, he in the King family. He Mike Epps' manager. So he starts managing me. A few months go by. They bring me back to the Foxhole. This time, I'm on Speedy's Comedy Corner. So Marcus was like, yo, don't be funny. I know you funny, but don't be funny. He said, you are the voice of reason. You got the information. You got the insight. Let all the comedians be funny. Speedy, all the anybody, Tiffany Haddish, Rodney Perry, Corey Holcomb, everybody was in that Speedy's Comedy Corner mix. I was the only non-comedian on the show. And Marcus was like, don't be funny. I know you funny. You can Jones with them, but don't. You gotta be a voice above. When they talking about something, and they fucking up the facts, you clean it up. So my role on the show got so popular that it was like, we got to give him his own show. April 10th, 2008, I get The Voice of Reason. The Voice of Reason blows the fuck up. Jamie is walking around his own offices salty. Like, what is he doing that's so special? This is before Kevin Samuels. This is before all that shit. What is he doing? What's going on? Why is his show so hot? The sister, LaRonda Sutton, who's now in Atlanta from the Yay area, she was like, why don't you just go look at it and stop hating? Like, why don't you just go see? This Fox walking around salty. What is he doing that's so special? So what he does is, he shows up one show, walks in with this white girl. She was short. I don't do white girls, but she was bad. I don't do white girls, but she was bad. She was short, had a body, brunette. He walks in with her. Him and her sit behind me. I'm like, what kind of weird shit? So we got Robin Thede. Robin Thede blows up. Writing for HBO and sitcoms. Robin Thede blows up. She started on The Voice of Reason.
That's crazy.
And we got Jeff Brown. Yeah. So he's sitting for the first hour, listening. Then by the second hour, he go, tell the engineer, turn my mic, set me a mic up. Yeah. He get on the mic. Hey man, listen, the way we met on my other show, that show is full of heathens or whatever. But I see what you're doing over here. This shit is fire. The nigga started singing, doing a whole performance. Yeah. I'm thinking we good. Nope. We not good.
Showing off.
I'm thinking we good. Nope. He later tells me, hey, they getting in the way. Robin Thede and Jeff Brown are getting in the way. They are fired. You got to do the show by yourself. I don't know if he was trying to sabotage the movement, but ultimately when he fired them, the show got even hotter. That was 2008. I stayed there from 2008 to 2013. You under dig? The foxhole started this mess, and I contributed to the mess that the foxhole started. We love the dopamine rush and the hit that we get from drama. We are the Shark Tank. We're feeding on the next. Listen, at the top of 2024, what dominated the internet? Cat Williams.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
He got a man unit. A man unit, right? That's what dominated everything. Am I lying? Dopamine replaces discernment. Each scroll down promises some type of novelty. The nervous system anticipates reward before cognition evaluates value. Curiosity mutates into compulsion. We are looking for the next drama-filled whatever. T.I., somebody in my chat said, take off your hat. T.I. took his hat off, hair didn't look right, all over the internet.
Yeah.
And it be us doing it to us most of the time. Variable reward schedules hijack the brain. Unpredictable likes, comments, and viral spikes mimic casino machines. Intermittent reinforcement trains repetition faster than consistency ever could. How does that happen? You see it. Hey, Zo, you need to change the way the show is. We need mansions back. That's your dopamine hit. I just want to be able to be in here and see niggas going at it and chopping it up from different perspectives and talking hella reckless and calling bitches hoes and saying bitches is prostitutes. I want to see that. But is there enough of that? Didn't enough niggas mimic my model? Aren't there enough guys out there doing that? You sound like a white supremacist when you say I sound white. When black people created intellect altogether. When we created knowledge altogether. When we created speech altogether. When you call another black man broke, right? That's white supremacy, because what you fail to realize is capitalism is white supremacy. This is why whenever a black man gets too big, we got to clip his ass. Michael Jackson, only black man owning that big a piece of music industry real estate. Music industry real estate. He had 900,000 records from everybody. Elvis, Beatles, Roy Orbison, Sade, Beyonce. Anybody that came through the Sony system and all of its subsequent labels. Mike owned a piece of that. Eminem talking shit, here's 300 million. Give me his too. Now every time he says something about me, the paper comes. He was too fucking big. When you can tell Tommy Mottola, hey, I'm in business with your boss. Me and your boss, who lives in Japan, we're partners. The fuck? Do you get what I'm saying? When you judge your brother by the standard of white supremacy, sisters do it to brothers too. Oh, we're the most educated race and gender. That could it also mean you're the most institutionalized? the most programmed, the most conditioned? Could it also mean that too? You can't use a standard from a toxic society to belittle your brother or sister for that matter. We created this dynamic. I created this dynamic. I apologized to Ari Spears several times. I apologize to myself even more. As a black man who's still learning himself, I get better every year. I get better every year. But I am nowhere near my best. And it's frustrating for me to not be at my best. Have a gift that has been given to me by God and still be fighting an uphill battle to keep my people interested in self-evaluation, self-elevation, self-expansion, and growth. This is boring to motherfuckers today. The opiate of drama, we all pookie out here. We waiting for the next fallout. I'm hoping YouTube hits a renaissance like hip-hop is. Hip-hop is having the streets is dead renaissance, where people are like, man, enough of that bullshit. Kendrick killed the party. The party is dead. So people are saying, oh, well, you know, Drake is a vibe. Nigga, Drake is a parasite. He siphoned cool. He siphoned swag. That's just the fucking facts. Come on, man. You get what you stand next to somebody that's considered cool. So now you cool adjacent. You only came here because of the description. Didn't I tell you that? Yeah. I said, put Corey's name in the description, see what happened. But y'all want me to talk down and pick a side or condemn? I'm not doing that. Two men went through something, they gonna deal with it on their own. But you only here to get the dopamine hit. What's Zoe on? Because if Zoe was there, Zoe would have beat that nigga. Zoe would have gave him the elbows of truth. My daughter sent me a video of an AI video of me on an old episode of the 5150 show throwing bows. I said, come on. That's what y'all want. Yeah. Excitation, to be excited, crowds out reflection. You can't reflect when you're excited. High stimulus content narrows attention span. Thought that requires silence, ambiguity, or patience feels uncomfortable and boring. Knowledge, insight, wisdom, context, nuance is boring to y'all, and I'm partly responsible. The Lewis Dix moment, the foxhole moment, the Ari Spears moment. Those three moments have marginalized my impact because according to Western society, ethos matters. Ethos, right? The society is what determines your credibility. Now keep this in mind. Society determines your credibility. What school did you go to? Right? Where do you work? What's your background? What's your experience? Right? Now throw Krishnamurti into the mix. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a sick society. The world is going in shambles. Zoe, over the past 3 years, it sounds almost monotonous, right? We got to get unified. We got to come together. The world is changing right under our feet. When Jeff Brown and Kev and Timmy Tight Top and all them people we was bringing on to the ZoWhat Show early at T Radio V, at RMC, at Dash Radio, we was doing some masterful work trying to prepare you for what this world looked like today. They say, well, you got to bring mansions back. No, I'm not giving you a dopamine hit. You got to go back and watch the old mansions that predicted what it's going to look like today. Rizza Islam came through Dash Radio. Me and Rizza tight to this day. You know why? Because he said, at a time when nobody wanted to put me on a platform for fear of getting their platform taken away, you put me on. Listen, we already had the discussions that need to be had. The Mansion series covered it all. We talked reckless. We had wisdom. We had insight. We had heavy hitters on the show. We had comics. We had all types of people. But again, what you gonna do? What you need a weekly pep rally? What is this? High school? We got a football game tonight? So you got to have a weekly pep rally. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you know why Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith? Because he's messy, he's articulate, he's intelligent, he's petty. You understand what I'm saying? He be talking hella reckless. So you telling me he's not feeding into the trauma dopamine loop? That's why he's getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to do what he does. Do you think he's like that off the air? Maybe not. We're getting a dopamine hit. I mean, every creator, content creator out here talking. Even people who do battle rap reactions are talking about Corey and Anton. And to me, they both win because of the environment of YouTube. Corey is right. It's going to be 15,000 people watching his show next week. Anton probably going to get a major boost too. People say, Zoe, you had a balance, but the balance needed to be respected. If y'all respected the balance, when I left, y'all would have came with me. Said, we're going to watch both. We're going to support both. Y'all didn't do that, though. And I'm not saying it's your fault. Go where you want to be. Go where you're most comfortable. But I'm here to tell y'all, if the balance meant everything to you, then go still support. He even says it on his show. I done seen people send me clips. I'm from a different generation. It don't mean my generation is right. It don't. I'm from the generation that say, hey, man, you talking too much for fucking shit. Let's go scrap. And then we gonna go scrap. I'm literally from that generation. That's what we did. I've had fights with school bullies. I usually had to fight once a year. Right? Once a year, new kid come, see me. Oh, this nigga, light skin, green eyes. He might be soft. Next thing you know, doot. And my brother taught me this early on. My brother said, hey, man, I was raised in Alton Park Projects in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was raised there from 0 to 8 years old. I had to survive in Alton Park. My brother told me, he said, hey, man, when you fight somebody, you are fighting to immobilize them. You have to hurt them. You have to maim them. If you get to the point of fighting, you must seek to hurt them. If you don't hurt them, they coming back. He was like, maximum damage, my nigga. And I took that into middle school. I took that into middle school. When we came to Altadena, that just burnt down a year ago, this month, when we came to Altadena, the scenery was different than the South. It was like, oh, this shit is laid back. My cousins was like, no, it's not. Y'all niggas live on the block, ABC block. You live on Altadena Drive in Lincoln. That's Altadena block crib. What is that? I had to learn immediately. Oh, so the same program. I get to school, somebody starts trying to bully. I gotta maim him. I maimed a nigga in the 3rd grade after 2 months of being at that first school. And it was the best situation for me because my uncle was my English teacher, my mother's brother. The school was literally, it's called Audubon Middle School. The school was literally next door. I just hopped the fence. I'm on the playground. It was perfect. But this fat little Mexican kid named Bobby Sanchez wanted to fight. And he was bigger than me. So, of course, I'm trying to hit him with the 1-2, 1-2s. They're not doing nothing. So he sits on me, starts bombing, getting him off. Man, I grabbed that nigga's forearm and bit the biggest plug out of his arm. The Chinese principal, Bill. We get to call the teachers by their first name at this school. This was such a fly-ass school. Bill's Chinese ass walked out of his office and to our apartment and knocked on the door and said, Miss Williams, he can't stay. Now, my brother, on the other hand, he stays there from the 4th grade until senior year high school. Do you understand what I'm saying? I brought that toxicity, that trauma, that hurt to the podcast world. Jamie looking at me weird, caught up in Hollywood, thinking he's special, thinking he better than somebody, looking the nigga up and down, having a little attitude like a little bitch. No disrespect. I'm just saying it real. Like that's how we say it in the street. You looking at another. I'm like, what's wrong with that guy? Not looking at a brother from where he is. And what I hate about niggas like that is you can look at another brother that way, then turn around and be talking like Oprah and Iyanla. Like you got some deep wisdom that you've conquered. Be looking at Zoe, a nigga he don't even know. Who is this nigga? Threatened by me, and then the next time you see him in an interview, well, you know it's about self-reflection. You're right. We have to up-level our spirits to the point where, and I'm like, where was that nigga when we needed to be at peace? Do you get what I'm saying? This is what they mean by Hollywood is fake. Hollywood has mastered therapy talk. Hollywood has mastered spiritual jargon. But Hollywood is nowhere near embodying it. And I'm going to say Hollywood ain't no different than your hood. Niggas think the South is better. It ain't. Got the same lying-ass, deceitful, manipulative motherfuckers there than they got here. The Northeast ain't different. The Midwest ain't different either. Broken people all over the fucking country. Descendants of PTSD.
Sheesh. Tell
Tell me I'm lying. Shit, you put the pressure on yourself when you say Hollywood is fake, because that's telling me wherever you are, better not be. How about it? Most of the motherfuckers who come here ain't from here. Let me say it another way. Most of the people who come to LA ain't from LA. Hasn't been raised in the school system out here. Don't know the different hoods, the different culture from block to block. Most people who come here ain't from here, and they come here with a misconception about who we are. Identity becomes performance. I just said it. Users begin curating reactions instead of values. The self organizes around visibility matrix or metrics rather than coherence or integrity. Drama feels like aliveness. Without constraint or without constant stimulation, emotional flatlines or emotional flatness emerges. Many mistake regulation for emptiness and return to chaos for sensation, right? Outrage substitutes for purpose. Moral indignation delivers fast dopamine without responsibility. Expression replaces action. Commentary replaces contribution. We don't show up to participate. We're not showing up to work with each other. We're not showing up to heal each other. We're not showing up to lift each other up. Most of y'all showed up to see what I was going to say about some drama that has permeated your timelines for the last 3-4 days. People hit me on TikTok. Don't even follow me. Hey, are you going to speak on Corey and Anton? Every time Ari Spears says something that listen to what I'm telling you the truth now. Every time Ari Spears says something that is considered disrespectful to the community, I get 1,000 DMs. Glad you gave him the elbows of justice. Glad you did that. When him and Tiffany got in trouble for that that little kid clip, man, you did the right thing. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Shit is goofy. We tied into the drama. We love the dopamine hit. I apologize to you. I'm sorry for my contributions. I promise you, I've grew up in your presence. The man I was when I was 34, right? 2006. The man I was then is dead. That man no longer exists. That man is not real anymore. The man from 2017 that got into it with Aries, that man is dead. I realized just looking back at all of what has transpired on YouTube, I've contributed to the mess that it is. And I apologize sincerely. I apologize sincerely. How many of you withdraw from social media when you've left it alone for a little while? Is there a sense of restlessness, irritability, attention fragmentation, phantom phone checking? Let me just grab my phone. Wait. Right? Emotional dullness, anxiety without a clear object, right? The nervous system searches for stimulation it learned to accept. We are stimulated by the lowest level of our consciousness. Can we pause on that for a moment? We are stimulated by the lowest level of our consciousness. I think Glorilla is beautiful. I do. I think Glorilla fine as hell. She looked like a little Tennessee, little yellow bone, high yellow, pretty little girl. But is her music good for my spirit? And as a former A&R, I can go back and listen and say, oh, she got this one empowerment record on there, though, for sure. Her with Kurt Franklin and the gospel and all that. Yeah. That's that right there. I like that. But the way the system is designed, the system will tell Glorilla, you got to show at least the side of your pussy. Because the template has already been established. Little Kim set the tone for the monkey to be out in the promo. So who follows? Nikki. Nikki says, okay, Young Money, we're going to redo the iconic Little Kim image. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how the dopamine hit of our lowest level of consciousness is what's being peddled online? No class, no integrity. And this ain't about respectability politics. This is about, do you value you? If you valued you and you had 100% integrated self and you said, I want to be naked on the album cover, I want to bust it open because this represents me authentically, I can't argue with that. But if you're doing it because you're being pressured to do it, what's the difference between Meg and Glorilla in terms of content? Nothing. They could switch catalogs and it'd still be the same music. They're both attractive girls. They both got hella body. They both got to bust it open on the damn video in some way, shape, or form. All right, we're winding down. We're winding down. We are winding down. I apologize. My meaning or my message is more important to me than anything else. Trying to help my people. Hell, trying to heal myself while helping my people. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should leave my people alone. But God is saying, nah, man, you got this. Right? You got this. You got that. You know, you got this talent. You got this gift. God is pushing me somewhere and saying, you're helping people. You're literally helping people. You know how many people have written their thesis off of the relationship dismount? My 2015 book, The Relationship Dismount, is still on Amazon.com. Do you know how many books I got in my house because enlightenment is boring to our community? I lost on that business venture. I'm thinking, hey, they've been following me. They down with me. Do you know people will buy all of the dick pills? The Lazarus pill. I got 20 packages that's going out as soon as this show is over. Yeah. They go to my website, RZN. That's what I want. They ignore the books. All right. Anybody have any questions? Do you have any questions in the chat? If you got any questions, I'll answer all questions. But don't forget, hit the little $sign down at the bottom of the chat. That $sign supports my channel. Please continue to support my channel. For everybody that's coming in saying, where you been? I'm here. I'll be back here next Friday at 11 a.m. I would love for you guys to support, my channel. Go to my website, MrZoWhat.com. Please, if you don't know about He is Risen, a.k.a. the Lazarus pill, I'm shipping these out today. Tonight's conversation is your child, Zo. I told you, I done set the tone for a lot of what these youngsters is out there doing. Right? Everybody, the little sister that's going viral from Alabama, Ashanti Ford. The sister Ashanti Ford is a newscaster, and she going viral because she fine, she got body, and everybody looking at her, setting up, and she's trending like crazy. She was my assistant at Dash Radio. I put her on the air. She from the Fresno area. She came out here after she graduated from school. Somebody who knew me, knew her, brought her to the studio. Next thing you know, she's Red Panda. We used to call her Red Panda on the Voice of Reason in 2014 at Dash Radio. She was able to get her footing because of the Voice of Reason show. I didn't charge her. I didn't say you got to pay me. I just put her on radio. She had an amazing voice. She was educated. This is what Zo be on. I be trying to help my people. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Y'all look up Ashanti Ford. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If y'all see Ashanti, that's Red Panda. We used to call her Red Panda on the show. Oh, also, if you're not going to give to the Super Chat, you can go to my Cash App. I would appreciate it if y'all hit the Cash App. The Cash App is $ZoWhatNetter. All right, let's see if we got any more questions. If not, Zo gonna leave. Thank you. Sejaf? Thank you. Raheem. Thank y'all. Let's hit it, man. It's 1.6 in here. We got 1,600 people in here. I would love for y'all to go pick up my books. That would be a tremendous help. Purchase a book. If you're going to buy a dick pill, purchase a book. Can we get somebody bought a book? Jonathan, man, I'm going to send you your book. Washington, D.C. I appreciate that. One book sale with 1,000 people in here. At least let's get everybody to hit the like button. But we got a book sale. We got one. I will take it. I will take it. Yeah, man, we got one book sale. Bro Green, 5154. Rhapsody's lyrics really stand out from every female artist you mention, and she does all that without showing any skin. Please give her recognition. Rhapsody is dope. I love Rhapsody. What's the other sister? She reminds me of Rock. I think that's her name. She reminds me, she got like a Rakim vibe, early Rakim. I remember her. And speaking from a female's perspective, rapper female, she reminds me of Antoinette back in the day that would battle, or that battled light. So I love Rock. Rock is dope. I love Rhapsody. Rhapsody is dope. And it's a lot of positive female or woman rappers out there, and they just don't get the burn. That's because drama sells. Come on, I am Jackie Mack. We appreciate it. Y'all want to support the channel? Now's the time to do it. If you support the channel right now, I will shout you out. That's my promise. Tommy Hooks. Thank you, Tommy Hooks. Hey, if you enjoyed today's show, drop an emoji. Put any emoji you want. Put it in there and let me know. We need a show about self-hate. Well, we hate ourselves when we compare ourselves to each other based on a standard that wasn't written by us. That's a clear sign we don't love each other. Right? Look what YouTube said. Hey, he talking about the hottest thing on YouTube right now. Let's make sure all the people see this in the algorithm. Thank you for all the knowledge, Zoe. Over the years listening to you, I hear so many who have copied your style today. You better believe it. You better believe it, but guess what? That's my contribution. Yes, remember Dr. G? We had everybody. We had we had OJ's lawyer. We had OJ's lawyer. Milton Grimes. No, Rodney King's lawyer. Rodney King's lawyer, Milton Grimes on the ZoWhat Show. Man, we done had so many people on this platform. We had, of course, you know, the king of herbs who they tried to bury, Dr. Sebi. You understand? We have so many people. You know? I wasn't trying to entertain. I was trying to uplift. Much love from Made Man Soccery. Hey! Made Man Soccery. When you gonna get your... We was promoting Made Man Soccery. Sister, beautiful sister, from Texas, man. Beautiful sister. Had a men's line of like luxury fly-ass dress socks. She had the ones with the little Jordan imprints. I got some with the Ankhs, like super fly. Oh, I also purchased this really fly ass bow tie set. The bow tie it was black leather, but it had these brown feathers on it. And then the little lapel clip was a feather. Oh, it was fly as hell. Sister, that's a fly sister, man. That's a fly sister. We got to break our addiction, though, guys. The algorithm of mediocrity has overtaken us. And I'm not coming dogmatically or religiously. I'm saying the algorithm of mediocrity has overtaken us. Excellence loses validity. This is why they arguing LeBron over Kobe and Jordan. Right? Oh, just because I've been here the longest and got the most numbers in minutes, that means I'm the great. No, it's more to it. It's more nuanced. It's not just your generation. It's a skill set. So excellence loses validity in the face of longevity. Right? What kind of longevity? If mediocrity is allowed to persist, it becomes normal. You don't have to aspire to much more than this. Mastery requires time. Algorithms favor immediacy. As a result, shallow certainty outpaces studied humility. Right? Collective taste regresses. This is extended mediocrity in the social media lane. Man, if your dick get numb to porn, what do you think it's going to do with social media? What happens when the dopamine hit ain't enough? Collective taste regresses. When platforms reward the lowest cognitive effort that still triggers emotion, cultures trend downward while volume trends upward. We did this. The Foxhole started this. I talked to Guy Black. Before the Foxhole, there was nothing on that was like that. Not even Howard Stern was like us.
Wow.
Foxhole was a whole nother animal. You got to understand something. I've been in radio for a long time, and a lot of radio programmers don't like comedians as radio personalities. Number one, the reason why they don't like them is because they think or the comedian thinks funny, 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 joke, joke, joke.
Yeah.
Being a radio personality is a different discipline than being a comedian.
You got to be able to turn it off.
And you can't use your own material. Because there's no comedian in the world that has 365 days of material. So if the best comedians have 2 hours, 3 hours of solid material that they can work the country all over, right?
Right.
Man, you know how fast that 2 hours will get dried up if you on radio every day? So you can't use. So now you have to depend on a different discipline, a different muscle in order to be effective radio personality. Man, the Foxhole was the first place to allow comedians to be comedians. All out joke outs, signifying session, all out roasting.
Yeah.
All you got to do, go on YouTube and look up Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart. We set the tone for this crazy shit that's out here now. Collective taste regresses.
That's crazy.
When platforms reward the lowest cognitive effort that still triggers emotion, culture trends downward while volume trends upward. Trauma entertainment replaces transformation. Listen, this is my final thought and I'm gone. Trauma entertainment. Trauma entertainment. Fuck that broke ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga.
100,000 likes.
Oh shit, it's getting real. It's about to pop off. Let me scoot my seat closer. I wish I was in the room. I would love to be a fly on the wall. Everybody hitting me about some shit I don't give a fuck about because I know the plight of our people. Where that Denzel clip? Yeah, I got this one. Play it.
Turn it off. That's what I would say. It's hard for young people now because they're hooked. They're addicted. If you don't think you're addicted, and I'm talking about anyone, from the highest to the lowest, if you don't think you're addicted, then see if you can turn it off for a week. It got quiet in here, didn't it? Didn't it get real quiet? It's a tool. So we should use it. God has blessed us with free will. Now it's free will magnified, free will on steroids. You're free to go in any direction you want. It will allow you, and it's not the enemy. It's just it's just a reflection of our own free will. Oh, and we all want to be liked. But now we want to be liked by 16 million. And will now some of us do anything to be liked? We used to do anything to be liked, but it was by the person in front of you. Now it's to be liked by 16 million people that you don't know. Turn it off. That's what I would say. It's hard for young people now because they're hooked. They're addicted. If you don't think you're addicted, and I'm talking about anyone, from the highest to the lowest, if you don't think you're addicted, then see if you can turn it off for a week.
Audiences learn to consume healing language without engaging in healing practices. The feed offers the illusion of growth without the cost of change. It's going to cost you your old self to grow up, to heal. Social media doesn't addict people to content. It conditions people to avoid stillness, outsourcing meaning to stimulation, and masking intensity for importance. When drama feels necessary for aliveness, mediocrity gains permanent residence. The exit never begins with deleting the app. The exit begins when boredom stops feeling dangerous, and silence regains its authority. I want y'all to do this work. We got to get off YouTube. Let me say that again. When I say we got to get off YouTube, YouTube can be used as a tool for expansion and growth, for learning. It don't have to all be ratchet. Mix it up. And what you'll find is when you start going into the spirit realm, the higher consciousness realm, when you start going into that realm, you're going to find less and less of a taste. How many of you have gone? I was on Dr. Russell's fast. The first time I was on Russell's fast, I lost 25 pounds in like 2 weeks. Because you're not eating. And what he said for me was, he said, oh, well, that's going to be a shock to you. You don't, okay, so this is what you do. You eat a salad, and you get to put salmon on the salad. That's it. I did that for 30 days. Within 2 weeks, 25. Wow. I said, what in the skinny? What in the emaciated third world? Like, what the fuck? You understand? What's going to happen when you fast on social media? And I'm talking about the social media that is traumatic, trauma-based entertainment. Ladies, I ain't gonna let you off the hook. Mary J. Blige is your pimp. Under the guise of empowerment records, all sad songs and no more drama and no, because listen, I'll listen to a record before I actually embody the work. You know, I resonate with that song. I can agree with her. And what does the music industry do? Hey, that shit worked? Oh, so there's a market for brokenhearted, refuse to heal ass bitches. Get back in the studio and record 600 of them. Yeah. You gonna go on tour forever. Get in there. Get 50 Cent on the record too. Have him dissing her and breaking up with it. That's what they do.
That's right.
All right. I'm going to stop. Did I make this make sense? Did I pull this all together?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. It's a good episode.
When nothing, if you're relying on dopamine, when nothing intense appears on your food, on your feed, does your irritation rise? Like, this shit is boring. I'm looking for something to spark me. You check your platforms reflexively without conscious intention. Calm content registers as uninteresting or pointless. You scroll longer during emotional distress rather than addressing it directly. That's dopamine dependency. Trauma familiarity, conflict-based content holds attention longer than constructive dialogue. How many of you guys watching the bum fights and the street fights on Facebook or on the YouTube shorts, on Instagram? So how many of you watching the bums fight? People get knocked out. There's a reason this stuff is moving. Conflict-based content holds attention longer than constructive dialogue. You feel informed about consuming outrage, but unchanged afterwards. Right? You confuse emotional activation with insight. I knew that was some bullshit. I knew that motherfucker was on something. And this is why. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You feel energized by exposing what's wrong more than building what's right. You feel compelled to comment, correct, or position yourself. Silence online produces discomfort or fear of irrelevance. You experience subtle withdrawal when engagement drops. You measure your self-worth directly through visibility or response. Listen, I got work to do. I love y'all. This was great. Let me see. Please show your love. We're going to leave the channel rolling for a little while. Go to my Cash App. Show some love. We got Don Freeman. We got Asia. We got Brandon. We got KTB. We got Jason. We got Jawan. Marlon. Fleazy Art. What up, Fleazy? Joshua. We got Anthony. We got Chad. We got Joshua again. LTS. We got Latoya. Latoya and Will. Lloyd Hinton.
Shout out to you, Lloyd.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all go to my Cash App. And we only asking people to drop a 5 spot, right? If today's content was good, if today's information was... If you learned anything, like I said, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I never purport myself to be or claim to be that. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't have everything figured out. But I do know, and I have seen a trend. This shit is crazy. They said drop $10. Thank you, Lacey. I appreciate that. I saw that. Thank you. Thank you to all the Cash Appers, all the Super Chatters. Love Zoe point of view, but so many people get caught up on Corey's material and forget that he is a comedian. Yes, Corey is one of the greatest comedians in the game. You can't take that from that man. That man is a master of comedy. I'm not here to take a side on any of that. I'm not. What I'm saying is, this is the state of YouTube. YouTube is trauma entertainment based. Things that have meaning tend to struggle. So we had 1.7, 1.8 thousand people in here. It was at 2,000? We got to 2,000 folks, huh? That's good. I appreciate it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But I got to go. I hope everybody is well. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for tapping in to the ZoWhat Morning Show. Deuces.
What's social media doing to our brain?
There's a book I love called Thrilled to Death. It's continually pressing on your nucleus accumbens that produces dopamine, continually pressing on the pleasure centers in your brain. But the problem with that is the more you press on them, they begin to become numb. And you need more and more excitement, more and more stimulation in order to feel anything at all.
What's social media doing to our brain?
There's a book I love called Thrilled to Death. It's continually pressing on your nucleus accumbens that produces dopamine, continually pressing on the pleasure centers in your brain. But the problem with that is the more you press on them, they begin to become numb. And you need more and more excitement, more and more stimulation in order to feel anything at all.